our technology to do just that. Let's dive in and quickly talk about your database. So we know that 67% of homeowners do not use the same lender on their next transaction. And a big reason to that is because you're losing your clients to some of these big portals out there. They have the marketing dollars that you don't to spend, offer tools and calculators and a bunch of other fancy stuff that a lot of loan officers just don't have the budgets for. So think about this. 7 out of 10 of your past clients are going to use a different lender when they're thinking about buying or refinancing their home. So that's really one of the biggest challenges right now in the real estate and both mortgage industry. So we want to help you solve that. Now, very quickly, I want to talk about Zillow. Zillow seems to be one of the most, probably one of the largest threats that we're seeing right now facing both real estate agents and loan officers, and that's because of their statistics and some of the numbers that you can find online. They have nearly 200 million unique visitors going to their portals every single month. Now, let's look at the numbers a little bit further. There's 129 million households in the U.S., and 110 of them have a Zillow profile. That's over 80%. I mean, think about that. 80% of homeowners already have a Zillow profile. So why is that a threat? Well, they offer incredible tools to lure these buyers in, and so now because they have this homeowner this homeowner has a profile with Zillow, they can target them whenever the rates drop. And so Zillow, of course, has Zillow Home Loans, and now they're going after your clients, and that's how they really get them. And Zillow is not the only culprit here. We've got other big players who are trying to fight for your clients' attention. That's why 7 out of 10 are using someone else the next time they're thinking about buying or refinancing their home. We want to help you solve that problem, and I'll show you how you can do that with Home IQ. So what is Home IQ? Home IQ is a monthly report that's sent to your clients on your behalf every single month. It can help you improve your client retention and create that referrals, more and more referrals from your clients. So what's included in this report? Well, things like home value, equity, refi options, just to name a few. It's a personalized report sent to your homeowners every single month with your branding on there. All right. Moving on, inside this report, what we've done is we've built a custom calculator that allows homeowners to run assumptions and figure out what they could potentially qualify for. This is a fancy way of saying we built a really fancy calculator inside this report. And so now homeowners can go in there and make adjustments to their income, their down payment, and then request a pre-qualification. Guess from who? Exactly, you. Right? So we make this report very interactive, and engaging. We want to find ways for homeowners to engage and ask you questions, and that's really what makes this report so powerful, is that we put these tools into your hands to help you keep your clients off of those big portals out there. So now you will have the tools that you need to fight some of these big players out there. Okay, inside Home IQ, I want to highlight this last piece, and then we're going to move on to the lead section. You will have the ability to use our refi scanner. So what's a refi scanner? We will scan all the contacts you put into the system and tell you who qualifies for a refinance. We'll let you know what the rate is, what your new rate is, how much money you can save them per month, and then with the click of a button, you can generate what's called a refi certificate with a breakdown of all the closing costs. And it's going to have your closing costs that you set up on the back end once, and you're done. And then you'll be able to issue that to your clients. So think about this. This is what we're calling marketing 2.0, not the generic stuff that these big companies are using. And what most loan officers are used to is, hey, historic low rates, give me a call, let me talk to you. That's old school. The 2.0 way is, hey, Sue, I've just ran your numbers. The rates are historic low. I could potentially save you $470 a month. Here's a breakdown of the new rate and your closing costs. Let me know if you're interested. That is a complete different conversation that you're going to have with your clients. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about how to generate refi leads using Home IQ. Well, you'll be given your own personal branded landing page that is tied to your fees and also to a title company to issue instant refi options for either cash out or just a general refi, letting homeowners know exactly what they could potentially walk away with. And so it's one thing to generate a lead, but not all of them you will get in touch with. And so it's very important to have a way to nurture those leads. And that's really where Home IQ starts to shine, is because we will be able to take those leads and automatically create a Home IQ report to nurture those leads. So that report that you use to nurture your clients, showing them the home value, refi options, equity, rental data, just a bunch of valuable information will be used to nurture these leads as well, always displaying possible refi options and putting you in front of those leads every single month. You'll have a dashboard to track who's engaging with your reports. This way it will show you who's actually active and potentially you should reach out to. Now, quickly talking about the buyer leads. So you will have access to your own personal branded landing page, which you can customize with your logo, background image. And we have, I believe, around 16 niche programs that you can use to drive, to target. So things like firefighters, doctors, nurses, veterans, allowing you to capture that specific audience. Then you drive them to a funnel where you ask them some questions, and then of course we'll be able to instantly issue a pre-qualification certificate. It's not a pre-approval, it's a certificate. And in that certificate, we clearly outline letting them know that, look, this is not a guarantee, it's used for informational purposes. It's based on what you've provided to us, right? But it's going to have your estimated closing cost, but the end consumer or potential buyer online feels like they are one step in. They've got one of the biggest questions answered without having to fill out a 1003 application. And that is, hey, can I qualify for a loan? What amount can I potentially qualify for, and what my payments may look like? And so now that can be done on demand without even having to speak to anyone, which allows you to capture that buyer lead into your funnel. You pick up the phone, call them, get their social, run the actual approval for them. And so this is a unique way to be able to capture buyer leads through those landing pages. Now, we also give you access to our full marketing suite. So what does that mean? Well, our design team will constantly work on these banners and update them every single week, so you have fresh content to share on social media. With a click of a button, you can share these banners on social media, driving potential leads to your landing pages. So whether you want to generate the buyer lead or whether you want to generate the seller lead, the refi lead, you have the marketing pieces to do so. All right, so I know I'm going fast. We're almost done. I've got a couple more slides to show you. My goal is to respect your time, but I really want to focus on the realtors because this one should rock your world today. All right, we know that realtors have the same challenge that most loan officers do, and that's staying connected with their past clients. According to NAR, 70% of homeowners do not use the same realtor on their next transaction. Okay, and so what we decided to do is make Home IQ absolutely free for realtors. There's no cost to them. They can sign up from your invitation, or they can sign up on their own and invite their own lender to collaborate with, but it's free, which gives you an opportunity to invite these realtors and introduce them to Home IQ. Now, once they accept your invitation, you automatically get assigned to all of their past clients, to their database, and to the leads they generate, which gives you an opportunity to work with these realtors. You could actually search our network of thousands of agents already inside Home IQ and just invite them to connect with them. Which is, I think, one of the most intriguing collaboration tools right now that's available on the market. And we are RESPA compliant. So how does that work? Well, when you create your account, you get to invite all the realtors you work with. Now, let me pause there for a second. Not 1, not 5, not 10. You can invite 100. We've seen that number go as high as, I think the highest number I've seen has been about 1,000 realtors, one loan officer. And so you get to invite all those realtors, and then once they accept and complete their profiles, you get assigned to them. Now, they can always reassign to a different lender if they choose to, but that gives you an opportunity to collaborate and work with them. And at the bottom of each report, it's going to be co-branded between both of you guys. Both of you will be at the bottom of those reports. Okay. Last thing about the agents, that's the agent dashboard. You'll have statistics to show you who you're engaging with and how your database is growing your reach, homeowner reach is growing through those connections. Okay, so now stop for a moment and just listen, for the next slide is probably one of the most important slides I'm going to show you. And that is our predictive analytics pre-mover score. This is a new feature that we've included into Home IQ. And so what does this do? We will scan every contact you put into the system, whether it's your past clients or whether it's the leads that you generate. And we will tell you who's likely to sell their home this year with a 72% accuracy. Last year, out of millions of homes that were analyzed, so anyone with an 8 or above actually sold their home. And so this gives you the insights you need to have these conversations, right? If you know they're going to be selling their home, well, they're probably going to be buying another home. So it would be wise to establish that conversation, reach out, say hi, and see if there's anything that they need. So the pre-mover score is an incredible new feature, especially for real estate agents. They're loving this because this gives them an insights on who will potentially sell their home. So they're all over this technology. All right, so you will have an exclusive offer that's available for this website.